Hi everyone, I'm going to continue the series of the Yalkut Yosef. We are on probably the 24th installment at the moment. We're learning in Siman 261 laws of Halacha of Shabbat over here, friends. We are in Halacha Gimel. I'm going to say it in Hebrew and in English. Let's try and finish this Siman over here before we will progress on to the next topic. Okay, I'm going to say it in Hebrew and English. Gimel. מי שקיבל עליו שבת מבעוד יום, והוא צריך לעשות מלאכה קודם זמן כניסת שבת, רשאי לומר לחברה שיעשה מלאכה בשבילו. If someone's already accepted the sanctity of Shabbat upon himself, and it is before the actual entrance of the Shabbat itself, he's allowed to tell his friend over here to actually do a melacha for himself, for the person that's asking. If there's no one for him, this person, to ask in order to do this melacha, you can actually do hatarat nedarim, that you accepted the Shabbat upon yourself in front of three people. It's nothing unless it's like nullifying a neder, because there's that license. A husband's got the license to do hafarat nedarim within regards to if a woman has already accepted Shabbat upon herself there. If already has accepted upon the person the tefillah of Arvit at that point in time, then at that stage you have not got that license to do the hatara, to release from the vow. Or Motzei Shabbat, Mishum Mosif Machol ala Kodesh, someone that adds on extra day, extra time. V'tenem Hotzei Ma'alav Shabbat, Mutar Lomar Lechavro Shekvar Hebdil, La'asot Lo Melacha B'Sha'azo. What if someone is extending the period of Shabbat for themselves, so take it out later, maybe through Rabbeinu Tam? Seemingly, you can actually tell someone else that's already done Havdalah, maybe taking it out at the regular time to do action Malacha for the person themselves. Okay, let's do a few more halachot over here. We are now in Halacha Dalet over here in Siman 261. We're talking about responding to Baruch Hu or of Arvit over here. I'll say it in Hebrew and English. Mishama matzibo amirat Baruch Hu mab'od yom va'ana imahem Baruch Hu kibel alav Shabbat ba'al korcha. He has someone that answers the word Baruch Hu in the tefillah of Arvit. It's as if they've accepted Shabbat upon themselves. This is at the time, when we're talking about daytime here. V'lechen im ein da'ato lekabel alav Shabbat ata u'beratzono la'asot od melacha or shadin lo yitpalel mincha lo ya'aneh imahem. If you haven't brought Shabbat in yet at this stage in time, I haven't davened mincha, do not answer the words Baruch Hu. And even if you made a condition upon yourself that by saying Baruch Hu you're not accepting Shabbat, and you say it, that doesn't help. You're coming into daven, pray the mincha tefillah. Shabbat's just about to start for you. It could be in the summertime, the minyanim, they might do an earlier minyan upon themselves to do Arvit and brought in Shabbat earlier, and you're answering, coming in through the room or whatever it might be, the words Baruch Hu. Lo yaneh Baruch Hu Hashem Hamvarach. You should not answer Baruch Hu Hashem Hamvarach. Shim yaneh shuv lo yachol litpal mincha achakach. Seemingly, you cannot pray mincha afterwards if you do respond to it. Okay. She'asu kodesh ha'ech yasenu chol. You've already accepted upon yourself Shabbat today, so how can you pray the mincha? V'af im yetna she'enu rotzeh lekabel Shabbat ba'aniyat Baruch Hu. Even if you made a condition that you're not accepting Shabbat upon answering the Baruch Hu, eino mo'il, it doesn't help here. V'im ava v'ana Baruch Hu lo yitpalel mincha ele yitpalel arvit shtaim shel Shabbat. If you've already answered it over here, you should not daven the mincha prayer, but you should pray the Arvit tefillah twice. This is according to this. Valtzad hayotze tov hashomea Baruch Hu kodem shitpalel mecha yitneh she'enu makabel alav Shabbat v'yaher aniyat Baruch Hu b'libo bilvad. Okay. What if he's thought it himself over here at this stage in time? He's thought the word Baruch Hu, but he hasn't actually answered it with his lips. I'll say here, if someone mistakenly responded Baruch Hu before he heard mincha, he will have to recite the Amidah twice of Arvit, as I said before, and the second Arvit will compensate for the mincha that he missed. The best course of action is that if one does not wish to accept Shabbat at this time, should just think the response Baruch Hashem Baruch Lavad, but not say it with his lips. Just think it in his heart without saying the words, and he should stipulate that he's not accepting upon himself the sanctity of Shabbat at this time. That's all he's got to do over there if he's saying that. Okay. ואם יש רוב מניין בימי החול שלא יתפללו מנחה, רשאים אלה שיתפללו ערבית מבעוד יום להשלים להם מניין ולענות עמהם קדושה ואמנים. אב שיתפלל ערבית ורק בערב שבת אין ראוי לאלה שעשו הוא קודש להצטרף למניין לאלה שרוצים להתפלל מנחה של חול. ושלא כדברי הרב קלוגר, שעשה גם בחול לענות קדושה לאחר שהתפלל ערבית. ומוצע גם ליחיד להתפלל מנחה במקום שהתפלל ערבית. ורק בערב שבת החמירו הפוסקים בזה. Okay, so friends, if there are 6 or more people who have not yet recited mincha prayer, those who have already recited Arvit may join them and complete the minyan for them. They may respond Amen and they may recite the Kedusha with them. This is a rule on weekdays, unlike the ruling of Harav Shlomo Kluger, that they cannot complete the minyan for them. On Friday evening, however, all the poskim agree that it is improper for those who have already accepted the sanctity of Shabbat upon themselves to join a minyan of people who are reciting weekday prayer. On weekdays, an individual may recite the mincha prayer in a synagogue where the congregation has already recited Arvit. The poskim forbade this only on a Friday evening over here. Okay, now we're talking about Hey and Vav over here. Let's do these 2 last halachot before we conclude. Okay, halacha Hey. He has Fridays went past, he didn't put on his tefillin, and he only remembers after Arvit prayer, but it's still technically maybe not entered Shabbat yet, potentially. Over here, he maybe accepted himself early. Or Achash Kibel Alav Shabbat, after he's accepted Shabbat upon himself. Even though this is the case, you can actually put it on, but not say a blessing. You can put it on if it's still technically this point in time before dusk. You can put it on if you daven Arvit early, let's say, but not with a blessing over here. ואף על פי שדעת מרן השולחן ערוך שאין להניח תפילין אחר שיתפלל ערבית, כיוון שאם לא יניח תפילין לדעת כמה פוסקים יהיה בכלל כרכפתה דלא מנח תפילין שעבנו חמור מאוד והוא מכלל פושעי ישראל. It's something very serious to not put on tefillin in this case, and other rabbonim, Maran Shulchan Aruch says not to do after Arvit, that you pray the Arvit, but it's severe. This is lefichach yesh linhog shelo kedat Maran. There is to actually put on your tefillin after you prayed Arvit if it's still the day. V'leichnas ולהכניס לספק איסור דרבנן של נחת תפילין בלילה. It's also a ספק דרבנן if it's לילה at this point in time, night, actual night. ובפרט שמרן דיבר בזמן פלג מנחה של רבנו תם, ולא לזמן פלג מנחה ערבית עליבה דהגאונים וכפי מנהגנו. Okay, it's better to take the risk, according to this, of perhaps transgressing the rabbinically imposed prohibition of putting tefillin after sunset, rather than resigning himself to sinning potentially by Torah law by not putting on tefillin that day. Furthermore, the Shulchan Aruch ruled, according to Rabbeinu Tam's reckoning of day and night, so that time we refer to as Ben Hashmashot over here is still daytime according to Shulchan Aruch, so you won't be over that seemingly. Vav, הדבר ברור שאין להקל חס ושלום לעשות מלאכה אחר השקיעה שלנו, שקבע פרשת המנחה כדעת הגאונים, וחס ושלום לפרוץ גדר ולהקל כשיטת רבנו תם, ורק לחומרה בצאת השבת. אנו מחמירים כדעת רבנו תם. What's saying? The halacha is absolutely clear that under no circumstances one may be lenient and continue to perform acts of melacha after sunset. This is because the opinion of the Gaonim has been universally accepted. God forbid anyone should practice according to the opinion of Rabbeinu Tam in this matter and consider it still be definitely daytime after the sun has set on Friday. We follow the opinion of Rabbeinu Tam only regarding the end of Shabbat, and in other cases where his opinion constitutes a stringency, but never in cases where his opinion constitutes a leniency. For example, he gives in parenthesis, if a baby is born on Friday half an hour after sunset, we cannot perform the Brit Milah on the following Shabbat, since according to Rabbeinu Tam, the child was actually born on Friday, not on Shabbat. Thus Shabbat is his 9th day of life. Only on the 8th day does circumcision override the Shabbat over here. So I'm going to leave it here. We are going to next talk about displaying the sanctity of Shabbat in the home. Have a great day, guys.